Hello you guys, welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Jude Wermié. You can subscribe to my channel if you wish to see more of me. So today's video, I decided that since I've been living now alone for 3 months, so I moved out into my new apartment 3 months ago. So I thought probably I would make like a list of things that probably like a lot of people would benefit from this, because when I first decided to move out, I found like some couple of videos of people like moving out. Like I watched hundreds of videos, honestly, but I did not feel really connected to these videos. I didn't feel like they were relevant to me, to my journey. Yeah, so I thought probably like people who are in the same financial status as me and who are like a student and who works at the same time and they have like issues with their parents or with the person that they live with and they're thinking to move out alone, then they might benefit. If you're thinking about moving out, you need to first ask yourself, why are you thinking of moving out in the first place? Like, what is the problem that made you decide, well, like, this is it, I need to move out from this place into either your own place or a roommate or whatever. So personally, from my experience, I moved out for like a lot of reasons, to be honest, but on the top of my list was that I did not have the best relationship with my parents. We constantly fought, we would argue all the time, and honestly, like, if probably like I didn't move out into my new apartment, I wouldn't be speaking with my parents to this day. So actually, like, moving out from my parents' house made us closer. So that's like an amazing like upgrade from where we've been. And another thing is that I wanted to move out alone, to have like my own space where I can be myself, where I can start doing like things that would challenge me, and one of them is now YouTube. So like probably even YouTube was more of a reason for me to move out than my constant argues with my parents, because I've always wanted to do this. I didn't have my own bedroom, first of all. I was like sleeping in the living room with my dad while my mom has her own bedroom, my sister has her own bedroom. I would sometimes sleep in my sister's bedroom when she's like working or something like that, because I need like some silence so that I can study and so on. But that's basically it. Like, I didn't have the space for me to film. One of the reasons why we would constantly argue is because they wouldn't respect like my boundaries. So yeah, I had my reasons. I made like a list, even though it was not needed, but I still made a list of like the pros and cons that I'm going to face once I move out, because a lot of people have like good relationships with their parents and they're like very satisfied with just having like a roof above their heads and just to go to sleep, and that's it. It's like basically everything they're aiming to have. So yeah, and also like some people are just obliged to move out because of like moving out to be closer to a school or like to work, or one of those reasons. Those weren't like my reasons. My two reasons why I decided to move out, one of them was just my constant argues with my parents, and like I wanted to leave that neighborhood, I wanted to leave that city, I wanted to just start over. And the second reason is to start my YouTube channel and to have like my own space. If you have a parents that can't afford your expenses to send you like, monthly allowance for your expenses, for your rent and so on, lucky for you, good for you. If you're just like me, who come from like financially modest family, then you really need to get a job. Like, if you really want to move out, then there isn't like another solution for you but to get a job. That's what I did. That's what I've been doing for the past 3 years. I started working 3 years ago and I was like saving. I kept like working and studying at the same time. I worked day and night.
And I work like a dog, day and night.
Like worked night shifts, I worked evening shifts, I worked morning shifts, I worked all kind of shifts. You just need, to find a job. And when I felt like, okay, like I now have like the right amount to move out, I decided to move out. The thing that you need to do is to have a savings account. You need to save, like you need to save money. I was probably saving 85% from my salary. Yes, 85% from my salary. I would just save it in my savings account. I would just spend the rest of the 15% because at that time I was living with my parents. So I was like, okay, I need to get advantage of this. So I was just spending it on either my transportation to go to school or to get food. I wouldn't even spend it on clothes. I wouldn't even spend it on like going out and stuff like that. I would constantly decline any plannings that my friends would do. Let's go party this Friday. Let's go out to this restaurant. Let's go to there. Let's go to this. And I was constantly decline all of them because I had one purpose in my head, and that is to move out from my parents' house and to have the right amount for me to be able to move out and afford later on the furniture and everything. If you're actually wondering what are the things that you probably need to save, or the amounts that you need to save, well, for me personally, amount included 2 months of rent. Security deposit is a must. Some landlords would even ask for 2 months of security deposits. That was my case. And if you're actually going to deal with an agency, then you will have also to pay the agency fees. Probably save around 5 months of rent, 2 of them just for to have always in case anything goes wrong. Probably you would lose a job or something like that. Security deposit, because that's going to go to your landlord, but then hopefully you will get that back once you decide to move out to an apartment or to leave the apartment that you're in. And make sure to get a contract for that, because sometimes they would make sure to film everything and to take lots of photos of every single wall. If there is any crack, if there is anything that is already not functioning well the moment you stepped into this apartment, so that they don't blame you later on for actually causing all these issues in the apartment. So yeah, because when I actually moved out, I made sure to check the air conditioner. They were already malfunctioning, so the landlord brought I've actually fixed them and so on. I checked all the walls. It's a new apartment, brand new, so there weren't actually cracks or anything. But still, I needed to make sure that I would film everything so that later on, if they would blame me for any of it, I always have everything. I also just had to deal with an agency fees because I just was mesmerized by this apartment. This apartment was it for me. It marked all the boxes that I was looking for. It was close to all amenities. Yeah, this apartment was perfect for me. So I had to deal with the agency fee. I also didn't have the time to constantly go around the city and ask around. Make a list of the things that you will actually need and pre-order them. For example, things that will take time later on for you to receive them, such as the mattress set. If you are ordering cooking set or something like that, then order them. Or once you move out, you're gonna go to the supermarket and to purchase them straight from the supermarket, then you can do that. But things that I also struggled because I didn't really think about at first, and because like it was honestly like a bit rushed for me, that I didn't actually order a mattress, so I was constantly sleeping on my duvet and my pillow, and that's it. I would cover myself with like my coat, something like that. So yeah, if you don't want to go through that, so pre-order your mattress. I honestly like waited for a whole week, and so for a whole fucking week I was sleeping on the floor basically, and my back was hurting like. But we survived. We're here. But for your first night, you will just need a mattress and dishes for you to eat. You actually want to live alone or with your roommates? Can you financially afford to live alone? Can you be able to live with someone else and share everything in half, like the apartment in half, the kitchen in half? You're going to be sharing your bathroom, you're going to be sharing a lot of things with another person. Will you be able to do that? I personally can't. I can't live with other people. So my first time moving out, I was like, this is my first time. I need to go through this on my own. But if you can't afford to live with your own and you're like extroverted and you get along with anyone, and or probably you have like a close friend, like a really, really close friend that you see yourself living with and that you get along and you know that you have like the same values, the same routines, at least close routines to each other, then you can move out with a roommate. You can have a roommate. Thing that you need to keep in mind if you're moving out is to have a walk around like the city or like the area, the neighborhood that you're moving in, and to see if there is like all the amenities that you will be needing, if like that's the neighborhood that you see yourself living in for a long while, and that's like a key factor for you to decide whether or not that's like the right area for you to move into. I did not do that, unfortunately, and that's something that I wish I did, but again, because I moved out right after my exams, so I did not have any time to really visit these areas, make sure to actually visit multiple places, multiple cities, multiple neighborhoods, and make sure that these are the areas that you see yourself living in for the while that you're going to be staying in that city. I work like from home, so I don't really have to deal with transportation to go to work, but I go to school. Luckily for me, I have a friend of mine that has a car, so I go with them whenever like I need to go to school. I don't actually like go that often to school. I go probably like 2 times a week, sometimes even once a week. Sure that the area that you're moving into has transportation close by, all kinds, so that even if like that one mean of transportation is, I don't know, they have like some issues, you never know what might happen. You always have a plan B and you can get some other means of transportation. Personally, when moving out, I only had clothes and books like to get with me. Like these are, if you see these books, I have like lots of them, but I was only able to fit them in like 4 or 5 boxes, and I left like a lot of them, probably half of them in my parents' house still, and I also brought like my clothes. I want like to keep it simple, to keep it clean. I don't want like to overspend. If you're actually like going to move out and you have like a bed frame, you have, I don't know, a desk, chairs, and like stuff like that. Probably you even have like wardrobes you need to get with you. So if you have all of those with you, then you might have to think about investing in like movers. I did not have to deal with that. I only like had a couple of boxes that I really like moved everything I have in a cab. I managed to fit all of them in the cab. Luckily for me, like the cab driver was really nice to me. Get yourself lots and lots of boxes. I personally, when I get like boxes and I got like a lot, I still needed more. And I obviously needed more because I left like a lot of my books and a lot of my clothes in my parents' house. And now I really don't have the time to really go. You're probably just like me, constantly watching YouTube videos, seeing all of these like influencers purchasing items left and right, and like within the first week or the first month of them like living in the apartment, they already have like the whole apartment furnished, from the living room to the bedroom to everything. Don't think that's actually the reality of things. Most of these influencers are actually sponsored, and those items will get them for free. So if you're just like me, you do not have any of that. I honestly moved into my apartment with nothing. As I told you, like it took me a week to get like my mattress, and that was enough for me. Then I got a table. I needed like a table for me to work on it, so I even like got the table probably 3 weeks after moving into my apartment. So the table came with chairs and everything. I invested in a table. It wasn't like that much. I got it from the Facebook Marketplace. 2 months later, I got my couch. Also, I got it from the Facebook Marketplace. The Facebook Marketplace is your best friend. Make sure to constantly like check everything, and people would constantly like post item, but you will always find something that you might like and might fit into the aesthetic of your apartment. And that's why I honestly did not want to make any impulse purchases, because I wanted like to get item by item for me to have like a vision for the place and how I want it to look like. And that's why I still haven't like purchased anything yet. I only have a couch. In my living room, I only have a couch and a dining table. And in my bedroom, I only have my desk and my mattress. And that's it. Only order the things that you will actually need. Don't be purchasing anything like left and right. I know that it is, once like you move out, it's like such an amazing feeling. You want like to get your place ready and to have like everything, and just like the satisfaction of getting yourself things, that rush that you feel when you move out for the first time. I absolutely get that, but do not make impulsive purchases. And for some other people, it's actually like the opposite. Probably they do not have the finances to be able to purchase everything. That's everything I have, honestly. I'm still going to be posting more videos like this to help you, honestly, if you're planning on moving out. A lot of people actually move out during summertime, so probably you will need these videos to help you move out. If you honestly have any other advice that you actually have in mind and you would like to share, please do not hesitate to leave a comment. I would like honestly to know about your experiences about like moving out, or how it's been for you, and like the reasons behind you moving out in the first place. I would really love to hear about that. So it is, you guys. Wish me a happy birthday. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much, you guys, for your time. Bye bye.